Hello, welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. This is going to be a weekly reading for the sign of Aries. I am going to be using the Light Seers Tarot cards. All of the tarot cards that I use and oracle cards, they're all going to be listed in the description below. So check and see. I will try to name off the specific deck in the videos. And then if you're interested in the decks, you can always find the exact name. But I do thank you for being here, Aries. This is going to be a general overview, weekly check-in, energy check-in. So just tune into your intuition, seek your higher guidance, and let's get started for an overview look into the life of an Aries. Aries can be your sun, your moon, your rising. Any major placement that you find the sign of Aries, this reading might apply to you. You also might be a cross watcher where you have an Aries in your life and you like to check in on what they're doing, what they're up to, how they're feeling. So that is what a cross watcher's definition is. So you are an Aries or you're a cross watcher for a specific sign. And so welcome. You're welcome to be here. I do thank you for your time and your energy. I appreciate that. One more quick shuffle through here. I'm going to just do a very general layout today, seeking the highest, purest form of love and light for you. Aries, looking at an Eight of Cups, walking away from something that no longer serves you, walking towards something that does serve you, seeking your highest truth. This is your feelings. This is your emotions. So you are fed up with something, or you're just, it's almost that emotional energy of, I've seen this show, I've been to this event, I've done the thing, and now my time here is done. It's very much a closure energy, seeking closure. It's an emotional tying up of the box with a pretty bow. And that doesn't mean that that wasn't a painful experience. That doesn't mean that everything was easy about it. It just means that your time here is done. You feel like you served your purpose. You feel like you've settled the score. You feel like you've seen enough, done enough, felt enough. It's a very emotional energy. Eight of Cups for the sign of Aries. Just like I said, you're walking towards the sun on the horizon. You're walking towards the horizon in general. You are completed with this body of water, these emotional feelings, whatever it is. Maybe you're actually picking up and packing up and moving to a new location physically, actually. Or maybe this is just an energetic, emotional shift and change for you, that whatever it is you've experienced, you've been going through, you're complete now. You feel finished, you feel done. I like the Eight of Cups so much because just for me personally, it is, I know that I have done everything I can do. I know that I've given everything I can give. I know that I've served my purpose, and I feel complete closure with walking away, and that I'm walking towards something that's better suited for me. And it's the turning of the back. My job here is done. I know I've said that several times, but that really is that energy. And I've felt this. I'm sure you have. You know when it's time to close the emotional, energetic door to something. We have Seven of Wands. So maybe as you're walking away from something else, or maybe you walking away has given you the opportunity to set specific boundaries for yourself. The Seven of Wands is clear, well-defined, concise boundaries. This is water. I'm sorry, that was water energy. This is now fire. So as you've almost completed this energetic, emotional cycle, it's done, it's over, you're moving forward towards something new. That was propelled because you had these very strong boundary identifications come through, or that is what you're doing now that you've walked away, that you've closed the door, that you're moving forward in something or somewhere as you're heading, like a job has ended and you're moving into a new job. As you arrive at the new job, you realize that in order for me to maybe not let what happened in the past happen now, I need to have these very clear, well-defined, concise boundaries so that other people know where exactly my lines in the sand are, so that those can't be crossed or encroached upon again. So we're walking away from what no longer serves. We're walking towards what does. And we have these very clear boundaries that were identified prior, or they are being identified now. Something is very, very clear to you, Aries, of why you have these boundaries, why you need these boundaries. And we have Page of Cups showing up now. And so now we have a message. Now we have a message of something in your heart space, your emotions coming through. There is this message of divine apology. There is someone reaching out to you and asking if you can talk, if you can have this talk. The thing about a page is they tend to be a little emotionally immature, a little immature in general. This can be a child, or it can just be somebody, I'm not trying to be insulting, with the mind of a child, with the emotional capacity of a child. This can be somebody that, you never thought you would hear them say those words of, hey, I've been thinking about you, can we talk? Again, we're traveling back down into the emotional territory. So we have this emotional connection, this apology, this heartfelt conversation starting. And it is, coming towards you of, can you find a time in your schedule so that we can talk? It's almost like I said, it's like a reconciliation. It feels like, I don't know, this person could be coming around because you did walk away, and they're circling back now because they understand that you do have these very firm, clear boundaries in place, and they either respect those boundaries or they're trying to circumvent them. So something around a message coming through about somebody's feelings for you, toward you, about what you've done, about this walking away and these boundaries. And then we've got King of Wands showing up. So this is very much you, Aries, in your authority. This is very much you standing your ground, sticking to your guns, holding court, if you will, as far as this is the masculine energy of the King of Wands. It's a Leo card. This is a Leo energy. So the lion is showing up in the background as like a spiritual protection. This King of Wands holds their beautiful staff very firmly in their hand, meaning they're here, they mean business. They're not messing around. They're not joking around. They're not here to play games. And so it's very interesting because the Page of Cups and the King of Wands side by side, to me, says that somebody is trying to get past your boundaries, but you stand firm on why you walked away, why you did what you did. You're not trying to have a story, make excuses, have any kind of lame reason why you did what you did. You did what you did, and that's that. And that's King of Wands. And that to me is really saying that, Aries, you put your foot down. You put your wand down. You stand on business. And nobody's going to get past these clear boundaries that you've put down. And like I said, I think when you, Aries, anyway, you're such a leader, you're such a fiery energy anyhow, that when you show up in this King of Wands, right here at the tail end of this top line, I think you show up because you're standing on your laurels, your principles. You're not here to, no, we're not wiggling through and getting to an Aries right now. And Aries is very strong and steadfast in why they're doing what they're doing, why they've walked away, why they've closed the door, why they've shut down, etc. You fill in the blank. But King of Wands, firm, masculine. I said what I said. I'm not sorry about it. Don't try to cross my line. What else? What is going on in the life of an Aries besides a very powerful, strong energy? We have a hangman in reverse. So where a hangman is concerned coming out in the reverse, Aries, you did have a perspective shift, but you've changed your mind. You've decided that what you thought was going on, as far as maybe possibly seeing the best in a scenario, or vice versa, maybe you were really focused on the negative aspect of something, but there's this shift back towards a very one-sided, very, I know what I know. I'm not going to be swindled or taken advantage of. The hangman in the upright is already like a surrendered energy where they're willing and they're open to seeing the whole story, to seeing a new version of the truth. But when they're in the reverse, it is the opposite of that. It is an Aries, remember, taking a stand, being firm, being declarative of how they're feeling and what they know, and all of that. But also, I'm not gonna sit and bend to your will. I am not gonna change my view on the way I feel or think because of all this nonsense that you're trying to bring to me. Brings me back to that Page of Cups. But now we've got the Knight of Cups. So now it seems like this energy, Page of Cups, has now grown up a little bit, and they've taken on a little bit of a different stance. Now they've jumped up to Knight energy, and now they're moving towards you. Not only did they tried sending a message, they tried opening up conversation, they tried getting past your will and your boundaries, but you stood firm. You stood firm on what you believed and what you thought. You're not changing your mind. And here they come they're trying their hand at romance. They're trying their hand at sensitivity. They're trying their hand at buttering you up. Somebody is coming your way, Aries, whether it's an old boss, whether it is an old friend, maybe it's an old lover. But this Knight of Cups is a romancer. And they're riding in on this majestic white stallion, trying to get you to be persuaded. That's really what comes through. It's persuasive. They're trying to persuade you towards, I think, their way of thinking, but I don't think you're budging. You're the King of Wands. There is an opening in your heart space, Aries. There is a new, either it is this, your self-love has been reaffirmed, and because you do love yourself so deeply, so strongly, you are understanding of your perspective, you're standing on your laurels. This can also be that this Knight of Cups is succeeding. They've encouraged you by moving towards you a little more firmly in the emotional space. They've opened up a portal in you of some kind. They've given you a little bit of a nudge, and maybe your heart is opening to them. Maybe you do feel like they did come in the right way this time. They did try a new way to communicate with you, and you do feel open to them. Well, let's find out the results. This is a very interesting movement through some sort of a arrangement, some sort of a, I don't know, business or personal. Six of Wands, Aries energy right there. So you're victorious. You're celebrating your win personally, emotionally, but also could be that new job that you maybe moved into, or that new sense of strength. King of Wands, firm, clear boundaries has given you this sense of personal victory, that You knew that if you stood by what you really believed, that everything would work out for the best. It just required you to really believe in yourself, to really believe in your ability to win, your ability to achieve, to succeed. And that last card for an Aries. Last energy, perspective. We have another page. This time it's the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is a little bit different than the Page of Cups. Still could be that immature, not quite ripe, ready to eat offer, but an offer nonetheless. And this time it's an offer or a message for you regarding an opportunity, regarding it almost appears to be that somebody has noticed your winning energy, your belief in yourself, your confidence. They like that. And they've been thinking about you and thinking about your energy, and that they want that in their business, in their new job offer, in their investment opportunity. They want that in their business, in their personal life. Someone's moving towards you here because of what you represent and because of who you are. They're moving towards you with an offer. So that is something to look forward to and be excited about. Aries, I'm going to finish this reading off for you with a oracle card, the Intuitive Whispers Oracle. I do want to pull a card, but I'd like to read that from the book so that I give you, the designated meaning designed by the author of these cards. And we just had this one fly right out. This is called One Next Step. And that is card number 36. Let me jump to that for you. Card number 36 for Aries, One Next Step. What if you step into the unknown? What if you followed your instincts rather than following the crowd? So often we stop ourselves from action out of fear that we might get it wrong, or we are not clear on exactly where we're going. This moment is the time to stop procrastinating, listen to your gut feeling, and take the next step. It could be designing a mood board, starting your novel, getting out into nature, or whatever you desire. The first step is the hardest. So take a deep breath, face the direction you want to go, and step forward. The rest will follow. How to take one next step. Place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, feeling your belly and chest rise and fall. In your mind's eye, picture yourself 5 years from now. Where are you? How do you feel? What are you doing? And who are you with? With that vision, ask yourself, what is one practical step I can take to move forward toward that vision? Open your eyes and go for it. I also want to leave you, Aries, with the numerology for the numbers 3 and 6. Those boil down to a 9. And a 9 is always about a completion, conclusions, and compassion. I hope this message served you in your life some way, shape, or form. Thank you for being here. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, follow, comment. Any interaction with my channel is appreciated. Thank you again, Aries. Namaste.